Good evening, everybody. It's good to be back. How are you all? I do hope you are all well. So, whether you are with me live now or whether you are joining me on the replay, do give me a thumbs up and do pop me a note in the comments so I know you are present with me. Hello, Sue. First in the house is Sue. Hello, Sue. Hello, Carol. Hello, Francis. Can you all see me and hear me okay? Because it has been a wee while. What have you all been up to? Have you been enjoying? We've got sunshine here today. Have you had sunshine? So I have been rather busy the last week. Last week I was at Jewelry Maker 3 times. I was live once, and then we had an afternoon of beading and celebrating the 15th anniversary, and then I helped out on Saturday with Mark's workshop. That was hard to find the word. So hence why I've been a little bit quiet behind the scenes, just sort of juggling everything really. But I've missed you all. I really have. Hello, Kim. How are you? Hope you're all good. Are you all beading? We are broadcasting across Facebook and YouTube tonight as well. Do you know, it feels really weird not having someone else with me from doing work in the studio. It's kind of weird. Now, we're going to do crochet tonight. Let me know if you're a newbie crocheter or if you've done crochet before, or if you haven't got a Scooby. I want to see what it's all about. Now, I do hope it's going to go all right, because whenever I've done crochet, it hasn't always flowed on a live. But I thought, what the heck, we'll give it a go. So this, I absolutely love these. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the bead strands up to show you what's available. I haven't got my pajamas on, honest. So Sue's busy making bits for a stall at a summer fair. Exciting. Kim, I'm knitting, has dropped a bead box on the bridge of nose, so can't wear my glasses for beading. Oh, Kim, how did you manage that, Kim? Were you reaching from above and it fell on your face? That's not good, is it? Right, so we're going for a bracelet today, because it's exactly the same process, and I can guarantee I will finish it. And we're just doing a simple single crochet stitch with a size 3mm needle, crochet needle, and we are working with 4mm rands. Now, you will need to thread them all on, and you will need 0.25 or 0.2 mil wire. Can you let me know? Now, can you see, is that my right hand for you? And my left hand? If it isn't, I can reverse it back on my camera, because what I see isn't always what you're seeing. What did I say, Maxine? What did I call it? Did I not call it a hook? Hello, Maxine. Lifted off a high shelf, I thought you did. So it's single crochet. Also, hopefully when we finish the bracelet, I'm going to have a little look and show you how it looks with other types of beads as well. It looks okay to me. Other way around. So is that on my right to you? That on my left? Did I say a needle? Crochet needle, crochet hook. Okay. And there's some absolutely fab strands that have got graduated, sort of, well, not even graduated, are they? Rainbow, which are brilliant. But you can also use gemstone chips and nuggets. You can use anything. You really can. Your left is our right. Okay. So let's wait till I go on the overhead and test it out then as well. So on that fine note, let's go on the overhead. So that's the other one. Sort of lemons and pinks. They are all in the Facebook group. If you're watching on YouTube and you only buy from online, then just email me vachieljewelry@hotmail.co.uk, and I can arrange to invoice you. I'm doing kit bundles. There's no instructions. You follow this along with it. They're £12 and you get a crochet hook, you get a gold and silver wire reel. I think they're 25-meter reels. You get 10 lobster clasps in silver and gold, 10 extender hooks in both colours, and 4 different sized bead strands as well. Your left is our right. Okay, let's try on the overhead now. Let's go. Right, okay. Bear with. Normally, bear with. I'm trying to transform. Order, move up, order. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Move up again. Right, is that on my right or left? It should be on my left. That's on my right. Please let me know if that is correct. Order, move. There we go. You can see me now. Sorry, I've had a few problems with just rejigging everything. Okay. Hello, Francis. Your right is our right now. Woohoo! Brilliant. I'm just going to reduce the size of me a little. There we go. So that you can see a bit more. Is that better? There we go. Feel totally and utterly unpracticed. Oh, it's wrong. Your left. Right. Okay. Now, let's flippity-doo-dads then. So, okay. We'll get there in a minute. Oh, we're getting a bit droopy. Sorry, folks. Right. Should be, this is my left, this is my right. Is that correct now? Left, right. I do hope it works. Good now. Woohoo! Brilliant. Okay, let's get started then. So, I did this nice little knotty bit on the end to stop all my beads falling off. So, you will need to thread all of your beads on to begin with. And what we're going to do first of all is actually make a circle like so. Okay, and then bring that underneath. Should we do that again? Make a circle like so, and then you can get your hook in there and just pull the long end through and create a loop. There we go. You need to leave yourself a bit of a tail so that you can attach a clasp. Now, the whole thing is made up of single crochet. Now, what I find really useful, now if you are left-handed, you'd hold it this way round, unless you're ambidextrous. So I'm holding this in my right because I'm right-handed. I'm going to hook the wire around my little pinky. And then I'm actually going to do wire over hook and pull through. That's one. Now I'm just going to zone in a little bit more so that you can see what I'm doing. We'll do that once more to give you an idea. So just getting that tension right. Try and keep it loose if you can. So wire over hook. So that's where we're at. Wire over hook. Pull through that wire through your hook, and that is one stitch, and that is all we are doing all the way through it, apart from the only difference is when you're adding a bead. So we're going to add a bead every other. So bring your bead down. Okay, see your bead there, like so. And then we're going to wire over hook. So as I'm looking at it, the wire is coming from underneath and you're hooking it over from right to left. Okay, right to left. I'm keeping the wire behind me, and now I'm going to pull that through with the bead in place. And then I'm going to wire over hook and pull through. So we're basically adding one every other. So can you see that's just secured it in place? And then we're going to let another bead drop. So just get the tension right there. There's our bead. Wire over hook. Okay, I'll do it really slowly. So you're bringing that down. I'll try and move my fingers out of the way. And then, so that's going through that loop there and up. And that way it keeps it all on the same side. And then you'll do one without. Wire over hook, pull through hook. Okay, so I know, Francis, we were having a conversation earlier on and you said you haven't done any crochet before. So do let me know if you've got any questions, if there's any way you want me to move my hands so that you can see more clearly. And you do pick up a much quicker pace. Now, to make for the bracelet, just make sure you remember that you've also got the clasp and the twisting as well. So you just need to allow a little bit extra for the twisting of the wires. I think I might just make myself a wee bit smaller. There we go. It's a bit better then, isn't it? So Sue said, I tried it once, made a right mess of it, so I gave up. So do let me know, Sue, if you've got any questions. It's getting the right needle size as well. You might want to practice maybe with a bigger needle to begin with. Or I should say, it's not a needle, is it? A crochet hook. Good evening, Carol. Sorry to be late. Grandma duties. No problem. Lovely to have you. We've got Marianne from YouTube. Hello, Marianne. Welcome to you. Oh my goodness, just found you and I've been wanting to learn this technique. Well, firstly, as I said, it's lovely to have you join. If you've got any questions, Marianne, just let me know. We've got some people here that haven't done any crochet before. Some that have, so a complete variation of people trying it. So we're going to wire over hook, so the wire is coming from the back there over from right to left. We pull that through that loop and then we add a bead every other. So add the bead, make it slide down, and then wire over hook. I'm trying to keep a loose tension and then pull through. And then let's just take a look at that. So it is a rustic design. If you like perfection, okay, it might not be the look for you, but I love it. I really love it, and you could always, work with sterling silver wire as well. Francis says you make it look much easier than I feared. That's good. And Marianne is from Massachusetts. How wonderful. We're, as you probably guessed, we're based in the UK, but we do have people from America and from Australia join us as well. Hello, Annette. What gauge? The gauge is, it's 0.2 mil. Can someone convert that to gauge for me whilst we're on? I can't remember what gauge that is. I can look it up afterwards if you can't find it. So I better get a shimmy on, hadn't I? So wire over hook. For this is we are going to make 3 strands, and we are going to basically wrap them around each other to make a nice little twisted bracelet. Now, in terms of how much you need to make the necklace, I had 64 mil beads on each length. Now, I think for this size 4 mil bead, sort of a 13-inch roughly strand, you'd need around 2 strands, which is why in the bundles that I did, you've got 2. Right, we're going to need a tape measure. Actually, we probably don't, because I can just compare it to my wrist. Oh, thank you. Marianne, our lovely Kim, says it's gauge 14 in the UK. So hopefully that sort of tallies up with yours. Marianne, I do ship to the US as well. If you can't get the materials, or, we're cheap or whatever, not a problem. There we go. Oh, I'm all discombobulated because on my screen it's the wrong way round and it's very confusing. So as far as I'm aware, I should be back online again next Wednesday. So Marianne will be online on YouTube, which will be midday here. You're 5 hours, I think, 5-6 hours back. So what's that? 7 in the morning? About 7 in the morning, quite early. But you'll be able to watch it back on the replay if you want to. I may be doing, if you like this, I might be doing some crochet with rat tail thread. Right, just a little bit more. So we'll see how we go, and I'll get some feedback from you and see what you think. Right, I'm just going to do another one there. So that is one length done. So I've got a little bit more on there. I'm going to actually cut off and leave a bit of a longer tail just in case I need to lengthen it at all. So I'm just going to leave that loop at the bottom there for now, and just pop that to one side while we do another. So it's a good opportunity as well, just to show you how we start off. So we are going to form a circle. It doesn't matter which way round you have it. So for me, I've got the circle crossed over at the top. Then I'm going to pop this through my loop. Bear with, I'm getting all discombobulated. Start again. Right, my tail is on my left. My long working thread or wire is on the right, and I'm going to take a nosedive down through the loop and hook round and bring that working thread up through the loop. And what that does is it creates this knot, adjustable knot. Marianne says, thank you, I will place the notifications. Brilliant. And subscribe to my channel if you'd like to. There's about 150 odd tutorials on lots of different things. Sue says, could it be done with chips? Absolutely it can. And all being well, I'll be able to show you at the end how it looks with different types of beads as well. So we're going to wire over hook, pull through the loop. I always find the first one quite tricky. Now, do remember, okay, we all have different tensions. You'll have different tensions with your kumihimo, your crochet, your knitting. There's no right or wrong, okay? Some will have slack, some will have very tight. Now, in the past, when I've been demonstrating, part of the problem has been the fact that it was really tight, my tension, when I was doing the demo. So I was finding it really difficult to pull things through. So we're going to drop that bead down there. I should have used bright coloured beads really. Wire over hook. So we're going from, so our tail is just at the back there. We're bringing it round so it sits just under the hook there. And then just gradually, so you can hold on to the bead. So you pull the hook above the bead, to the right of the bead. Really, really easy. Oh, will subscribe. Brilliant. So a few more comments. Sue Morris, might be uneven. It looks really nice with the chips, especially wrapped together. Carrie's watching, crochet is not her thing. That's fine. Absolutely will subscribe. Thank you. Sue says, lovely. So maybe not the best idea. I would give it a go. I love doing chips on these. So I'll get a little shimmy on. Now for the clasp element, I am literally just using a simple lobster and extender chain. You can use whatever you like really. I'm using 3 strands, but there's no reason why you couldn't have like 5 if you want to. The other thing that you could do that I saw one of our designers that works behind the scenes, Diane, lovely lady, I've met her a couple of times now. She works behind the scenes at Jewelry Maker, and she had done some crochet with like a nylon thread, and it was like stretched elastic, and it looked absolutely amazing. You can also crochet with just trying to think, like a cotton thread. That's understandable, Kim. Kim says it's not for me as it's not uniform, doesn't sit well with my beading OCD. Do you mean like generally the crochet, or do you mean with gemstone chips? But yeah, it is rustic, but I love it. So do try lots of different things. And also it might be a nice introduction for you to crochet as well. Just checking that I'm all online. There's no reason why you couldn't introduce a couple of beads at once as well if you want to. You could add seed beads. Oh, the crochet in general. Yeah. Right, I've got a bit further to go yet. That's fair enough. Like I say, it is rustic, but it's each to their own, like all different types of mediums. So Marianne says that she's seen gold stretch thread crocheted with beads. Oh, I'm liking the sound of that. I'll have to find out from Diane what actual, I thought it was illusion thread, but I'm actually not quite sure what she's used. I'll have to ask her. It looked fab. Oh, I think I've come to the end of it. Yep. Okay, let me just double check that. Right. And again with this, I am just going to leave a bit of extra wire. So we've got 2 strands and we're on to number 3. Lost a couple of beads. The other thing that I've done in the past with crochet is one step further, which is double crochet, and you can make like a thick cuff and it looks gorgeous. And I've done it with freshwater pearls, but the cost of freshwater pearls is absolutely through the roof right now. This is not, this is 0.2 mil wire, Sue. So we're going to cross it over into a loop. So my tail's this side, the working wire is this side. I'm going to take a nosedive down through the loop. I am going to actually hook that working thread, bring it up, and then I'm going to pull on the 2 tails to tighten that up. And then, like I say, I get tension on my little pinky. There's no right or wrong. What I would say is get the feel for it and you find a way that works for you. It might not be what I'm doing. You might find that you hold the hook and the wire differently. That's absolutely fine. My daughter Emily, I remember when I first showed her how to crochet, honestly, she didn't know how to get the tension. I mean, she was quite young, but she's the sort that takes to any crafts and art things like that to water. She's training to be an art. In fact, she's just about finishing the first her degree in architecture, and then she'll go on and do her master's. But she is the most art and crafty and picks things up so easily. But to begin with crochet, she didn't, and she had to find her own style. And she has made some wonderful things. She doesn't make jewelry with it, but she makes lots of sort of cuddly toys and a few questionable risque tops. I don't know if Frances is still online, but we've had craft evenings in the past, haven't we, Frances, with Emily? And we've had a few laughs. But you know, she's young and she can get away with risque tops. She'll kill me for saying that. You watch the one time that she actually watches. Right, so you can pick up quite a pace. So if you crochet with wool, Sue, you will not have a problem with this. But don't be put off, because obviously with wool, you're going to get an even tension. You don't get that with this necessarily. You know, it, because it's wire. I mean, it is still looks nice. Hello, Frances. I wasn't sure whether you were still with us. Frances was saying some of Emily's tops need lining, I think. Yes, I think so. I think she may have worn a top under a top. Well, at least I think she did. I won't ask. But I think she wore it to a festival. Only blankets not brave enough to do a top. No, I've only ever done blankets as well, Sue. And I'm not very good at following patterns either. I have to watch videos. I get very discombobulated. There we go. And then I can show you how we finish off. Crochet tops are back in, but you're right, the girls can get away with them. Absolutely. I mean, gosh, I can imagine their faces if I rocked out with wearing something like that. You got to do it while you're young, haven't you? Why not? You're only young once. Not very good encouragement, are so hello Emma, are there any beginners crochet books I'd recommend? My daughter wants to learn crochet. I can't think of any to recommend. Is this for like general crochet? But I would imagine a lot of our viewers might be able to recommend something. I think like a book of flowers is a really nice way to start as well. Now, which side did I start with? Right, that side. So we're going to join, not that side. We're going to join the side that we started with. So we're going to bring all of those together, and I'm just going to cut them so that they're all equal lengths. YouTube Bella Coco. I'm not sure if they were actually on Hobby Maker when I was on there the other day, but you know, in the studios, because they're at the same place. A general to start. Thank you for that, Maxine. Right, now I've got all 3 threads through the end of the lobster clasp, okay? And I'm going to bring it round, and I'm just going to actually wrap underneath it. There we go. So I'm going to bring these round. I'll move my hand out the way, and then I'm going to wrap that underneath a couple of times just to secure that in place. Let me see if I can get a bit closer there. Okay, nice and neat. And then cut all of those ends off. Make sure you don't cut your crochet. There's no reason why, if you were a little bit worried about those ends sticking in, that you couldn't perhaps even put a crimp cover on or something like that. Although online crochet tops could lead to trapped body parts, Francis. Right, okay. Now we are gonna twist a Rooney for our 3 bits. Okay. Like so. Just make sure, yeah, I'm happy with that. So I am just gonna push to finish off each one. I'm going to push a single thread through and pull. I'll repeat that on the others, because if I just pull it, it will make it undone. So there's the last loop. I kept it undone just in case I needed more. I'm going to push the tail through that loop and pull. Do it on the last one. Pull. It feels ever so nice. It might be worthwhile if you can get a pin to just pin it down on the mat whilst you're doing the other end. So again, make sure you cut all of these flush so they're just easier to work. And then if you've got a jump ring the other side, that's absolutely fine. I'm using an extender chain, so I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to bring that through, make sure they're all lined up, and then I'm going to wire wrap nice and neat on that, trim off and just gently squeeze in those tail ends. And you can manipulate it, so if it does stretch apart, you can manipulate that. So there you have your little bracelet, which I rather like. So I'd get a few more twists going on there to get it a bit neater. Whoops, not the easiest on your own, I can tell you. Where are you? There you are. So I'm glad you like that. You can twist it as much as you want to, but then the ends are really quite neat. What we'll do now, because we've got plenty of time, thank you Marianne, thank you Sue, because we've got plenty of time left, what I'm going to do is actually show you how it looks with different types of beads. So what have we got here? We've got some rose quartz, we've got some turquoise, and we've got some bigger crystals as well. So let's thread on a selection. So Carol says really pretty, Francis looks good on, thank you. So anybody tempted to give this a go? You know, does it meet your expectations, or are you a bit sort of you know, feeling like him that it's not really your thing? You know, it's fine. So I'm just going to thread on a selection. So there's also lots of chips in the Facebook group. Now, Marianne, you are very welcome to join our Facebook group. I'll see if I can find the link for you. I'm not sure I can find it, but this is my website, beadsbyvachil.co.uk, and you should be able to find the link on the website as well for the Facebook group. So we've got a Facebook group and a Facebook page. Well, we've got 3 groups actually, which is really confusing. So the Facebook page is basically where we live stream, because I can't live stream from my group, from the platform that I work off. And then the group has products in there that you can buy. And the other group is called Beaders of Beads by Vachil, and that's basically where we share our makes and have a bit of a chat. So Sue's going to get her wire out. Brilliant. That's what it's all about, just getting some inspiration to try something a bit different. The other thing you could think about as well is, I think our lovely Francis had the last reels of the 12 multi-pack of 0.3mm wire, and they're really handy to buy different coloured wires to make your beads pop. So you can actually buy, for example, rose gold colour as well, and those are quite nice. The gold, the rose gold, they actually make your colours of your beads pop as well. Let me just tidy up a little bit. So I've threaded on a selection of beads. I'm just thinking as well what other things you could use this for, and I'm kind of thinking you could always use it for bridal stuff as well. Wouldn't it be so pretty if you maybe had some pearls and you had a vine going down the back of someone's hair that you could kind of pin in, you know? If you think of anything, let me know. This is just purely to give you an idea as to what different beads look like on the wire. So I've got my tail to the left to begin with, just because it's easier for me to demonstrate. And then I'm going underneath, bringing that through, and then pull on both loops. Pull that tight. And then I find it easier to switch my wire to the left. So we just do a couple of... So I find it handy to actually hold the bottom of my wire to begin with till you've got started. So it's the first chip. We'll do a few. And I do every other as well. So they kind of, they all just sit at the front. So I'm just doing one with a bead, one without. One with a bead, one without. Well, I'm pleased to say this tutorial was a lot better than one of my previous crochet ones. My tension, I said, is probably because I've done so many lives now. I'm not so tense. Is there anything you guys would like to see demonstrated coming up? Do you want a repeat of bead embroidery, wire wrapping, macrame, kumihimo? I've certainly been doing quite a lot of macrame and kumihimo myself of late. Also sotash as well, which I haven't tried for a long time, but I'm very much enjoying that. So what I'll do once we've got a length is I'll turn it round and I will show you how it looks. So the next ones are 5x6mm rondelles. I wonder if you could crochet, says Francis, like this and twist a battery light strand into it to decorate. That would be nice. I know exactly what you mean, like the Christmas pots. Something with super duos. Okay. I might have to wait a few weeks for the super duos because I don't have any in stock at the moment. But I will bank that, Carrie. What had you got in mind, Carrie? Are you thinking ropes? Are you thinking pendants? I love super duos. Do you know they're not quite as widely available anymore as they used to be, which is a real shame. Sotash would be great. Again, that's something, because I'm doing it for Jewelry Maker at some point. I just need to find a stockist for sotash. So, yeah, keep them coming. This is good. Right, now here we go. Let's actually pull that through. And I must admit, so sotash, oh, it's beautiful. Sotash is like bead embroidery, but it's actually using a thick cord with beads. So this is the turquoise that we started with. Then we've got the rose quartz. And then we've got the 5x6 rondelles. And then we've got the tiny rondelles, which don't really show up that well. And you can use with sotache as well, you can use cabochons with them. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's so elaborate and gorgeous. So I am working on practicing with sotache, and then in time I'll be able to teach you guys the sotache as well. So we've had a look at samples to see what works. Any favorites on there as to what you like the look of? These are 4mm crystals. So that's the, whoops, that was the necklace. And then we did the matching bracelet, and then that was the sample. So where are you? Let's go front facing. So I do hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you're going to try it, what sort of beads you're going to try. Don't forget the £12 bundles. They're a great starter, and you've got everything in that £12 bundle that you need. You've got your crochet hook, you've got 50 meters in total of the wire, you've got 4 strands in total, you've got the extended chains, you've got the lobster clasp. So for £12, and it's all discounted as well, so if you add the items up together, it would be a lot more. I mean, just the 1 strands, I think, on sale are £1.50. So you've got £6 worth of strands, bead strands on their own. And on top of that, you've already got your crochet hook, your wires, your extended chains, and your clasp. So do check that out. So pleased you enjoyed that. But do hop on it over. Let me see if I can just share the link to the group page. In fact, whilst we've got a little bit of time, let's just show you the bundle. Share screen. Share screen. There we go. Okay, so this is our group, Beads by Vachil group, and on Facebook. And if we go, so these are the chips that we've got available. This is the bundle that we've got. So in the bundle, you've got some of the beads that we work with today, but you've got 2 different sizes, and you've got 4 strands. You've got the crochet hook that I work with, gold and silver findings, and gold and silver wire. It's such a bargain. So you've got 50 meters in total, the clasps, extenders, 4mm rainbow. So you've got 27 inches of one and 26-inch strands of the other. So we've got lots of those. You've got gemstones you can use. Those are the chips we use tonight. They're on sale at £1. Those are the turquoise howlite. Those are on sale as well. So we've got lots and lots on there. I'll just show you the page for our, if I can find it, our beaders. There's our beaders group, our beaders of Beads by Vachil. That's that page as well. So there we are. Sue says, that's me off to order the bundle. Thank you. You're very welcome. It's so good to catch up with you all. It's good to see you as well, Carrie. It really is. I really miss you when I'm not connected to you all. So I shall see you on Wednesday, midday. Bead along. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.